just wanna be free when my people do prosper and hold it down. Don't you sit and wait, contemplating on a revolution that's happening now. I just wanna be free. 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 Can't you see? I just wanna be free.
Okay, guys, welcome again to Things I Wish I Knew About Money podcast. I'm your host, Kamille Smith.
And I'm your co-host, your boy Dre.
All right, so Andre, before we start episode 2, can we just big up to our listeners? On SoundCloud alone, we had more than 50 people, and in Anchor, we had another like 10 or so. So we just want to big you guys up because it's just the beginning. Just the beginning. Do you have anything to say, Andre? You're silent, like you ain't happy like
Yeah,
I am.
sorry, I'm feeling excited. Like big up the peeps them. For listening to our podcast. We're super excited. We just start, but we have Wally Fish here, and the election honestly been taking a toll.
Oh,
I've been up since like pretty much all night last night, just tuning in. My eyes are fixated on the TV. So big up on yourself. I appreciate the tuning.
Yeah,
So what we're gonna talk about this week, my sister? What the topic this week? What we have for the people them?
we're definitely not talking about the elections. I'm joking. We just, we do appreciate the Americans, of course, but our main focus is trying to shed light to the Canadians. So I just want to say, whoever becomes the president, I'm gonna pray for y'all, okay? But we want to talk about the Financial Literacy Month. We thought it'd be perfect for us to start this podcast because of that. So I just thought we could talk about, a little bit of our experiences, whether they're good or bad. And I think the perfect thing to talk about is our challenges that we have for this month, like money wise, because I'm right now doing a no spend challenge. And also, I feel like we had a challenge earlier this year that we were talking about before.
Yeah, we did. I'm gonna tell you the honest truth. I'm gonna be very upfront to the audience. I completely fell off track with that, but you know what? I'm gonna recommit to it, and I'm gonna do it with you and the rest of the viewers.
Mm-hmm.
So the challenge was that we're gonna pick, the one thing that we have bad habit, and we call them dirty habit,
Mm-hmm.
right? What is the dirty habit what we have? And we're gonna try and work on them. And mine was drinking coffee. Like, me tell you, like I'll have coffee at home. I'm still drive go on Tim Horton, go drink coffee. And
Tim
so my coffee,
Hortons?
and that are the next thing to Camille, Tim Horton of all the places, you know what I mean? So me I tell you that's a dirty habit because I can make the coffee at home. And when I look at it, one cup of coffee is $1.85. You buy 2 cup in a day, that's over $3. You multiply that times, 365 days for the year. We're talking about a whole heap of money. So
Yeah.
that's my dirty habit,
Mm-hmm.
right? And we say the challenge this month is to cut out a dirty habit, even for the month of November and December.
Yeah.
What's your dirty habit, Camille?
So my dirty habit was Uber Eats. I can't lie. When we just started this lockdown business, I wasn't able to leave the house. So I wasn't able to do groceries, and there was just some days I just wanted a certain meal. I just wanted pho. I just wanted snapper. I just wanted something. And I'm like, yo, I'm just gonna do Uber Eats. But you
Can't
wanna
bother for cooking.
I couldn't bother. But you wanna know the crazy part is? Every time I had the meal, I hated it. It wasn't good. It just, I wasn't satisfied. So I was like, Kamille, why are you spending this money? So I really reduced spending on Uber Eats. I think if anything, I would do it like once every 2 weeks or so.
Yeah.
Because it was just too much. It was just too much. But I'm not gonna lie. As soon as you mentioned Tim Hortons, I did dabble in Starbucks as well.
Dirty habit. I lie you tell. Come, tell the people. Come, I know say you drink only for Starbucks now. Yeah, make you look like I'm alone. You drink only for coffee, but me not tell a lie.
But it
Me
wasn't
eat up only
coffee. It wasn't coffee. It was Frappuccino. So
No, sir, even more expensive.
no, but I had a set budget for that, you know? So that's my
Here, justify the dirty habit now. That's the man. Go on, tell me. Because I saw everybody like myself justify the dirty habit, them, you know. Talk the things, them. Come here, listen.
well, I have a set budget for like, a couple snacks. Like
True.
I want to say, okay, to be fair, my budget for snacks is 25 to 30 a month.
Okay.
During this pandemic, maybe I went over by a bit, but I always said, okay. I put this much money on my Starbucks. The only time I'm going to use it is if just to get those points, even though it's a way to trick you. But I know there was like 2 or 3 times I had a free Frappuccino, and it was the largest size. I was like, give me the largest size you have.
Go all out. Where say go hard or go home, eh?
Exactly. So I was like, I justify my habits by having a set budget,
Yeah.
And also, I think I helped you get a coffee machine.
Yeah, you did. You actually encouraged me because of a conversation we were having, and I went and I got a coffee machine, I got the coffee beans, I got everything. And I was looking at the calculation, so I don't remember the exact numbers, but I think it cost me about let's say about $50 to $60 to invest in the coffee machine and the bean and everything to brew a cup of coffee. And I'm telling you, within a week, the coffee machine pay for itself, just to show you how much coffee may I drink out a road at daytime because of the dirty habit. And Kamille touched 2 important points I'm more highlighting at the podcast, and one of them is about budgeting. So budgeting is a good thing to have, right? It's definitely one of the most powerful thing, and some people might say it cliche or whatever, but me I tell us, say, yo, me live my life on a budget. But just like Kamille and myself, we use budget to justify some of the dirty habit them. But we say, all right, me I budget the item, not because you budget it means say, yo, it justified. You know what I say? But at the end of the day, we not tell people say, yo, don't live your life and don't enjoy, because it's all about enjoyment and all about that. But just have a plan, right? In your budget. Okay, if you say $30 per month for coffee or whatever the case, you definitely want to make sure that you put something towards saving and investing, right? And have a short-term and a long-term goal, right? And you always want to be checking your behavior and checking your budget just to make sure that it makes sense. Here's what I say. When I say it's a bad thing, there's no way we're going to sit here and say, yo, it's a bad thing, because we have dirty habit, no?
So I have a question. How often do you check your budget?
All right. I want to tell you the truth. You see, after the journey there, the financial journey there, where I was in the 50 grand debt, I kind of lived my life on a budget to the point where me eat, sleep, and talk budget. It's like my budget then in my head. So, to be honest, and out of transparency, I don't have a physical budget now, but I keep track of everything in my head. And one principle I still stick to present day is as me get my paycheck, so I still take out the amount that I set for savings. That's the first thing. Put it towards saving and investing, right? And then I cover my bills. Them. If anything is left, right, I still put whatever is left in another savings account. I don't spend it. So them say, habits become behavior over time,
Yep.
right? And so I feel like because I've been doing that for a while, it become a behavior. So it's routine, and I can do it without even thinking too much about it. And I keep track of everything. So in a sense, but I say yes, me have a budget. It's
Yeah.
just that I don't have it on paper, but I still have a family budget. 'Cause me and my wife and whatnot, we have a household budget where we stick to because me tell her them, woman, yeah, hey, be careful of them, burn your pocket.
No,
What
no.
about you?
Us women, us women make sure everything's in check.
Yeah, definitely. I joke me, I make man. I joke me, I make. Oh, I'm just joking, but yeah, you're right. My wife definitely big on that because sometimes one go out there and just splurge up the money, and she said, "No, man, I think we can put it to better use."
See? You always
Definitely.
have
What
that
about you?
person on the side.
You have a budget?
I actually do, and it's funny because I check it every month because I have a Excel sheet, and then I also use Mint. I don't know if
Okay,
anyone
nice.
uses the Mint app, but it's free 99. I love things that are free, so I'm down
Free 99. I love that.
with
After I highlight that for the listeners.
right? Whenever you hear free 99, aka it's free. It's just my inside joke. Um, but yeah, I love Mint because Mint puts you to shame sometimes. And I wish I could just build an app so it just talks to you like, hey, you think you're gonna spend all that money on this? Think again and stuff. So I'm just very, very fortunate of having that lovely app because it keeps me in check. And I also
Yeah.
look at my Excel as well. So I do it monthly, you know?
Okay.
I do it monthly.
And here, make sure you check out the Mint now. We're not talking about Mint for your breath. We're talking about the budget app Mint. Make sure so you get the right Mint. All right. But some of the things where and I make Kamille talk about the challenge where we have a little bit more because
Mm.
some of the things what we do to keep each other in check, and you can do it with us
Yeah.
or you can do it with family and friend, is that Camille and I will sometimes share things on our social media status just to check in and say, yo, Camille, how your plan are going? We'll do it publicly so that we each hold each other to account. So I will make Camille talk about that a little bit, but this is something where you guys can do to keep each other accountable when you set a plan like this.
So I have two challenges. So one of them is the no spend challenge. So you can only spend money on your bills, essentials, and what did it say? Hold on. I have it right beside me. So yes, bills, essentials, and groceries.
All
Those are
right.
the things that are okay to spend. The things that you can't really spend on is eating at restaurants, clothes, hobbies, entertainment, alcohol. Sorry, I had to take a cry for that one. Lottery tickets, furniture, and all other non-essentials. So it's November 4th right now, even though we post this on Sundays, but I haven't spent any money. I've just paid bills and I've been doing very well.
Oh, nice. That's
I've been
good.
doing very well.
Congrats.
Thank you. I plan to at least 21 to 25 days of no spending. So I'm gonna put most of that money to my debt because we have debt no matter what. Even though we like to promote personal finance, we are
Yeah.
human, so we do have debt.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then also a money challenge, savings challenge. So you're able to save $500 in 1 month just by saving $1 the first day, $2 the second day, $3, and so forth. And you know
Mm-hmm.
what? That actually adds up to $496 if it's 30
Wow.
days, $465 if it's 30 days, and of course we have February. We have 406. Me, I'm just gonna round it up to 500. It just makes my life.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be doing that one. I already put, but I kind of cheated, not cheated really, but I decided to reverse it
Right.
with the $30. It just makes my life easier. Because by the
Yeah.
end of the last days, it's just me putting in $1. And I just put it in once weekly. So
Yeah.
my
So
life.
let me understand because we are talking about November, right? And
Mhm.
Christmas are come up and we are talking about saving. How we are go how people are gonna balance that? Because me know say everybody in the gift business and me tell you, me straight up, me
Mm.
no big pan gift. If me never have a wife and a son, me tell
Yeah.
her Christmas would have come and no gift for me because I'm a big gift person. But I only buy gift because my wife and son and other family member. And you know, everybody have them loved ones and things and whatever where them want buy gift for. So how we are gonna balance the competition here? Is it realistic to save at this point?
It,
Right?
I believe it is realistic because um even if you spend on one day, especially if there's like a deal, fine. You can do that. That's cool. But just be
Yeah,
mindful about the other days that you don't spend, right? Or me, I already told my family, oh,
yeah.
expect the IOU photo. But I might give them something. No, I kid you not. When I came back from Korea in 2015, things were slow, and I think I just got a job, and I was like, I'm not spend nothing on them. So I gave everyone a photo. I gave them a photo of what they wanted. So it was
Yeah.
money. My brother wanted money. My mom wanted a calendar. And then my dad wanted a Coke. It's recording. And then, what did my grandma want? My grandma's very simple. She's Bath and Body Works and stuff. So I just decided to show up a photo of it. And then you know what I did the
Yeah.
next year? Because I could afford it, I doubled it up.
Yeah.
And they were like, "Oh, I didn't expect to get it." Like, I
That's
mean,
smart.
I just decided to be nice.
Yeah.
But I am thinking of how I'm gonna do this with my loved ones because I do also my God family, like bless them. They no matter what, I get something.
You get something, yeah. And here's the other thing too, because all right, as much as me not know much about um the gift business because me tell
Mm.
you like in Jamaica when Christmas come, my grandmother would just give me like a 2 bills or a 5 bills,
Yeah.
and that for me was more like going to Grand Market. I don't know if anybody know
Yep.
Grand Market. It's a party
Ooh,
every year, right? So
I've been
uh,
there.
that was my Christmas.
Yeah.
But coming here, like what I see, some of the things people do is that they, for example, you connect with everybody that you're supposed to get gift, or you say, yo,
Mm.
like no gift over this amount, for example. So you kind of put a cap. I don't know how that will work within a bigger a family or whatever, but and then
Oh,
also
good
you can
stuff.
plan ahead. So figure out where you're gonna get everybody,
Mm.
plan ahead, shop around, look for the deals, and stick within that budget again. Right? So
Yes.
if you say a 5 bills may I spend on all the gifts,
Mm.
try as much as possible to stay within that $500 limit.
I love how you mentioned that the Crindles or whatever.
Yes, there you go. You have the
So
terminology.
see, that's actually one of the best options that you can have, especially for a bigger family, because you just focus on one person. And you don't have
Right.
to break your pockets with that. Or even, I was talking to a friend today, and hey, you can regift as well. There's certain things you
True.
have in your house that you're like,
Oh, I do it all the time, but me not gonna say nothing because I don't want nobody judge me.
just re-gift. Like, honestly, don't even feel shame because someone else has done it too.
True, true.
Right? That's another way to save. I don't want to say Black Friday deals because sometimes they're not even deals. To wait for that. Or, ooh, the best thing, make something.
Make some. There you go.
Make something. I'm. I wish I was creative. There's only a certain things I can do, like I don't know, like poems, photos, and some sorts. But if you have a creative mind, do something creative, like to make some art for someone. I'm pretty sure they would appreciate that even more.
Yeah.
What about you?
Or cook some food. Well, cooking is my skill,
Ooh.
believe it or not. So if me not no money, me
What?
just just invite over everybody and say, yo, some cook some food, and as them say, is the thought that counts. So
Exactly.
don't come tell me about no gift. But for me, you know, it's yeah, like I say, but I don't know what I'm gonna. Well, for my son actually, one of the gifts I want to get him because
Mhm.
I realize that he has a huge love for fish. Is to get
Oh,
him a fish tank. By the way, my son turns 2 this in December. One gift him I get. I'll remember on December 24 or
oh
one
my
gift. I mean,
God.
not two gift business. So I don't want nobody tell him about two gift. All right. Me
Listen,
I get him a
Andre,
fish tank
listen. You have to,
with a
you
goldfish.
have to, you have to accommodate for us December babies, okay?
No, 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 no. Um,
The worst.
but another thing I want to actually highlight
Mm,
and saving, and we're having a good time, and this is how the podcast gonna be because we are departing knowledge in a fun way, right? Because
exactly.
that's the best way to learn. Not too uptight about the thing.
Mm,
But one of the things I want to highlight about spending and savings,
mm,
you ever walk in a store and you never plan to buy something, for example, and you see original price 1,000,
yeah.
and then you see them put a strike through on it and say, yo, but it's now 600, and go and buy it, and you say, whoa, me save 400.
Nope.
No, no bother with that. You don't save
Nope.
nothing. You
Uh,
just spend money. So be careful of that as you shop this holiday. The
exactly.
behavioral things we are talking about now, because this segment is about dirty habit, and then there are some of the dirty habit where me have and I know say so we don't have it too, right? So look out for them dirty habit there, right?
Mhm.
Just stick within your budget and save, right? Because you will hear a lot of people say, yo, it's not about how much you make, it's about how much you keep. And
Mhm.
that is in reference to the behavior, to the dirty habit them will farm over time. You see me? So look out for them there. And that's the best way, the best return, the best initial investment you can make in yourself is to control them dirty habit there.
Yes.
Is what I say. Would
Andre,
you not agree, man?
Andre,
All right,
you
yeah. Give me a little
spot
props here, man.
on. You,
Yo, because the election has stressed me out from there, so me need some props and now. Man, I go say who me I carry. But we don't know say yo a victory, but we just want to look at props, so I'm not too stressed out. And Kamille did want me from the beginning, don't talk about the election, so I'm gonna stop. All right.
No worries, no worries. And you know what? You just made me think of something else with that. With we already know Christmas is coming every darn year.
Yep.
So why
Already
not
know.
have? I call it. So there's two things I call: emergency fund or OSH fund, or a sinking fund. And a sinking fund is more of those things that you know it's coming up. So why not put money towards that? And then you'll have the money ready set for Christmas. There's no every year it happens.
Yeah.
Every year. So even
Smart.
though like I have a savings, so I'm like, how much am I gonna spend on them this year? Like my loved ones. Like, and then I'll put that into factors and then I'll take that money out because I had planned it from before. Like,
Mm-hmm.
guys, we already know Christmas.
Planning ahead. Yeah. No, that's actually a pretty good point about planning ahead, and that's one of the things that I live by,
Mhm.
right? Because I don't know, if any viewer, anybody on here listening, and there's this concept where, 'cause I love take things from my roots,
Yeah.
but I call it the quarter of bread mentality. If you come from the Caribbean, you're probably familiar with quarter of bread. Anyways, you get up in the morning and your grandmother say, yo, go buy a quarter of bread for make breakfast. Then when lunchtime come, your grandmother say, go buy a pound of flour for lunch.
Mhm.
Then when dinner time come, you go buy a pound of chicken back. And then in my head, why never just send me go shop, go buy everything one time and done? Why you keep sending me go back and shop every minute? You never understand the logic because we keep living in the moment. But
Yes.
and coming in, to North America and in Canada specifically, you go to a grocery store and you buy a grocery for the every 2 weeks or every month. So that's some element of planning ahead, and you want to do that this time around. And as much as you can plan ahead, because if you keep buying in the moment, it's going to cost you more in the long run. Is what I say.
That is true. But people don't buy groceries every 2 weeks, because what vegetable and fruits can last?
For that long.
I'm
True, true.
joking. But yeah, we have so much great points. Jeez.
Yeah. It
And
seems like we're out of time,
I know
aren't we?
I
Yeah.
feel like we are, because honestly, what we're trying to do is have a great conversation in a short period of time, so you guys don't get bored. So we're gonna figure out how to make a proper outro. But until then, I want you guys to stay tuned for next week, because especially if it hits 100, we are going to go live and people
Yeah,
will be
man.
able to be on. And you guys can have a little discussion. We'll mute you, but you guys will be able to chat in the chat room and everything. So just thank you guys for listening. And honestly, it's going to be a wonderful journey, and I'm loving it already.
Yeah,
All
man, I
right?
agree. Big up on yourself, and thanks for listening and participating. And remember, it's all about them dirty habits. So we're gonna come. Well, if we get the 100 views, we're gonna go live, and at any point we go live, we're gonna check in about the dirty habit them. All right.
So stay
So
tuned. We're even
stay
gonna
tuned.
post it on social media, and so you guys will be able to talk about your Dutty habits.
All right.
All
Sounds
right,
good.
Dean.
Take it to them with music.
Done. No. Hold on. There it is.
Amazing family. Sure, if I wanted me hate a fern killer, no believe in a fern killer. Family.
Yeah, and by the way, people, just want to highlight that we don't own the rights to this music, but we love them and we just share them with them. All right.
Yes, we don't own the right. Peace out, guys.